Jacks with 65. Ladies and gentlemen, the Southland Conference and its 12-member institutions wish to congratulate and thank all of those involved with the 2025 Southland Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. Specifically, the Southland Conference thanks the City of Lake Charles, McNeese State University, and other volunteers for serving as gracious hosts for this event. Additionally, the conference thanks all of the teams, their student athletes and coaches, and of course, the fans that loyally follow them. We now ask that you direct your attention to center court, where Chris Grant, Commissioner of the Southland Conference, will present the tournament awards. The Southland Conference recognizes the outstanding individual performances during the 2025 Southland Conference Women's Basketball Tournament as voted on by the attending media. The members of the 2025 All-Tournament Women team are Acacia Davis from Lamar, Jalencia Pierre from Southeastern, Alexius Horn from Southeastern. Ashlyn Traylor Walker from SFA. And the final member of the Southland Conference All-Tournament Women Team and the 2025 Southland Conference Women's Basketball Tournament Most Valuable Player is Trinity Moore from SFA. And now for the presentation of team trophies. The Southland Conference salutes the championship performance of our runner-up this season, the Southeastern Lions. Mr. Grant will now present the 2025 Southland Conference Women's Basketball Tournament Championship Trophy and NCAA Tournament automatic bid to Coach Leonard Bishop and the Lady Jacks of Stephen F. Austin. And now the Southland Conference is proud to present an official ticket memento to the Lady Jacks of SFA. Stephen F. Austin, punch your ticket to March Madness!
It's just thank you. It's just an out.
The Southland Conference and its member institutions, again, thank you for attending the 2025 Women's Basketball Tournament. Good evening, and please travel safely.
The Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks are the 2025 the Southland Conference Tournament champions, and they are headed to the NCAA tournament. Chas Navarez, Van Chancellor, Tick Price, we're here for all of your post-game celebration as the Lady Jacks are off to the NCAA tournament. We've got winning coach Leonard Bishop. Coach, you're going to the NCAA tournament. What does that mean?
It means a lot, man. You know, again, you come to Stephen F. Austin and play and put that jersey on and be a Lady Jack to go to the NCAA tournament and to play for championships, and that's what we put ourselves in position to do. Extremely proud of our group, the way they fought through all year long. We fought through adversity tonight and found a way to win.
You guys had to have a massive third quarter. You come from behind there after they tie it up. They hit the big shot to go into halftime. You guys kind of weathered the storm there through the third quarter, able to fight back. What went into that?
Yeah, a lot of poise. You know, again, we talked about being poised. We tried to recreate this environment in practice as best we could. But at the end of the day, I got some dogs in that locker room that are ready to play and have won a lot of high-level college games. So, again, I'm really proud of them and the way we responded.
You had multiple girls who were, in double figures, so on. Talk to us about some. Ashlyn Traylor was one of them. Harmony Dominguez, she hit a couple of big shots. More with a double-double. What'd you think of some of their performances?
Well, that's been us all year long. You know, again, I always say we're strength in numbers, and that's been a good thing for a coach because you never know whose night it's going to be, but when it is your night, we're going to ride your hot hand. And so, we've been averaging double figures with 5 kids, 4 kids all year long, so this is nothing new. It was going to be a shock to me who stepped up. I expected everybody to play their best, and they did that when it was needed.
Coach, who's y'all's free throw coach? Is it you or Coach Steve Yang? Right there at the end of the game, y'all just made one free throw after another. That's what won the game under pressure.
Well, we talk about making free throws in practice, and you shouted out Steve Yang, so I'll shout out Lex Murphy and Jordan Hernandez. I have a really good staff that prepares our kids, pours a lot of love into them, and gets them ready to play at a high level.
Coach Bishop, congratulations. One thing I can say, you're like your dad, man. You just wins. One of the things I would like to say, though, anytime you play, you showcase your university. What did you tell your players prior to coming out to play this game in the locker room? What did you tell them?
You come to SFA, you play for the 7th winningest women's basketball program in the country. There's a lot of pride, there's a lot of loyalty when you put that purple on. So again, we talked about that. We talked about the history of our program, and what makes our program is the players. And so again, they've been chosen to put that uniform on. It's a privilege to come out there and be a Lady Jack, and they showed it, and they played like it, and they had that pride all year long.
From a defensive standpoint, I thought y'all kind of went to the 2-3 zone and maybe a matchup. I don't know what kind of zone. What kind of zone were y'all playing? Because I see sometimes you were manning their best player.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, we were just trying to confuse them as best we could as well. There were some times where we weren't running it right, if I'm being honest, but it worked out in our favor. And I always tell them, intensity makes up for a lot of mistakes. I thought we were playing really hard in the zone in the second half, and that's what really allowed us to cause some trouble on that end.
Well, intensity is not a perfume. You certainly proved that. But wish you well in the NCAA tournament. You've done a heck of a job. I watched your team progress. As you went down the stretch this season, you seem to get stronger and stronger. Now, how can you carry that momentum into the NCAA tournament?
No, the way we've done it all year long. We prepare and practice. Again, I tell our team, we need to be getting after each other. We talk about being dogs, but we need to get after each other in practice so that the games are easy. We create a pressure-style environment. We compete at a high level, and then we go out here and execute when it's game time.
Coach, finally, let's bring us through a little bit of the grind of your first year back in the Southland Conference. How do you adjust to kind of reteaching your girls how to play, in a completely different conference in which is a completely different style of basketball?
Well, I think that, with the age that we're in, with the transfer portal, you're always getting new kids, you're always losing kids. So that's going to be every year going forward. You can play in a new conference, you could be wherever. You're going to have to get your kids accustomed to winning and playing the style of play you wanted to play. But credit to our group. We got together in June and July, and they hit the ground running. And I'm proud of the culture that we built because they love on one another. They pick each other up when they're down, and that's what they did tonight, and we got the win.
Congratulations, Coach. Best of luck.
I
Go cut
appreciate
down
that.
some nets.
I'm about to. Some jacks.
There it is. That is head coach Leonard Bishop, as Stephen F. Austin is the Southland Conference Women's Tournament champions, as coaches firing up the band here inside of the Legacy Center as the Lady Jacks get ready to cut down some nets. We'll start as Coach joined us immediately. We'll talk a little bit about this game, a back-and-forth game. You said it. It really came down to Stephen F. Austin hitting the free throws down the stretch.
It's really hard to sit there and watch Southeastern have the kind of year they had and get beat. But Stephen F. Austin, when it counted, they stepped up and made plays, Coach.
Yeah.
Play after play. Free throws, rebounds, everything. Dallas scored.
I think you made a good prediction to start the game. He watched the team. He looked at it, dissected it. No almond pie for you today, man. I'm going to get you some pecan pie. All right?
Coach, that's the best thing you told me all week, man. Hey, let me tell you this much. But when you're on the road, you know, we talk about days off, join the double bye, single buys. When you're on the road, when I'm playing good, I want to play. Guys, when my golf game is good, I want to play but 5 days out of the week. Well, that's the same thing with a basketball team. You go to playing well, you go to thinking you're going to win. You say, well, that's 3 games in 3 days. Players are 18 years old. They don't think about that.
Yeah, that's right.
We as coaches think about that. They ain't even thought about it.
Yeah, that's it. Again, the Lady Jacks are the champions of the Southland Conference. Look, let's kind of take a look at this game as a whole. Look, Southeastern hits the big three right there at halftime, 32-29. They hit the three in the final moments. Stephen F. Austin kind of had to weather the storm there in the early going as a quick 4-0 run. Then Stephen F. Austin able to answer with a 10-0 run. What'd you see from the Lady Jacks there in that third quarter to allow them to go on that run?
One of the things at that time, they were playing great defense, and plus the fact that anytime Southeastern Louisiana shot the ball, Coach, they only got one shot. Big Moore said, if you shoot it, you miss it, it's mine.
Yeah. Well, I thought that Stephen F. Austin showed some spurtability. Both teams, there was some spurts along the way, but I thought Stephen F. Austin sustained their effort. I think that was a big part of the game. Also, good balance scoring. Everybody did their part, but I think the most valuable player in this game was Coach Bishop. He made the adjustments the way he needed to and did a good job preparing his team.
What I thought Coach Bishop did throughout the game now was stay positive. I'm watching him on the bench, and he's not living and dying with every play. He's sitting in there. When they went behind, he started cheering them. Anytime he had a timeout, he met them out on the floor, Coach, with a hand, hey, we're all right. We're all right. And his positive attitude, in my mind, carried over to his players.
Let's talk a little bit about Trinity Moore. You were very impressed with Moore. She finishes 14 points and 10 rebounds. She finishes with the double-double. What'd you see from Moore?
Oh, if you're going to ask me about one of my favorite players in this tournament, it's Moore. Why? I like a big player that can shoot free throws, dominate.
Coach Price told me you like the little guard that can shoot. Now you like the big guard? Now you like the big forward?
I can find plenty of little old guards. Let me tell you something, big boy. In coaching, finding a Moore is hard to do, buddy. That's somebody that can score inside, that can rebound the ball. She's doing all that rebounding right by herself on the other end mostly, and then can shoot free throws.
Coach, it sounds like he's changing up his philosophy.
Yeah.
Throughout the week, he liked those little guards. Now he likes the big girls.
Well, when you're watching this tournament, though, you're changed because so many good plays, time and time again, players were making plays. And you might walk in liking a guard, but you might leave here liking another player. But I think the ability to make adjustment by these coaches made a big difference. Also, along with their players buying into what their coaches are saying. The scouting report played a big part of it, too. You've got to make sure the scouting report is very thorough.
All right, we've got a Lady Jack here with us.
Wait a
Here, buddy.
We do have
there
the
is,
shooting machine, Coach.
this woman right here can shoot the basketball.
Van Sickle, good job.
Hey, yes. You can play on
Avery Van Sickle joining us here post game. Avery, talk to us about it. I mean, you finished with 13 points. How were you feeling?
I felt great. I think the whole time, just knowing that you're in it together with a team that has your back through the whole entire game, you just never stop fighting. And you know the person next to you has your back regardless of what happens. So, you know, it's a game of runs. And we just doubled down, and we were like, let's find a way to get it done.
You're going to the NCAA tournament. What does that mean? How does that feel right now? You still trying to soak all that in?
I'm going to soak this in for now, but just can't wait for the experience and can't wait to do it with the people next to me. I'm so grateful for them.
I'm going to tell you what, Rixie, she's a player. Her name is Van Sickle. My first name is Van. Oh yes. I was the shooter. You're the shooter, Coach. I'm Van Chester.
Not like her.
This is Van Sickle. But Van Sickle can shoot the rock, boys.
Oh, thank you.
Well, before coming out here today, you sitting around the hotel room last night. In your mind, what was your mental preparation? What were you thinking before coming out on the court today?
Well, I honestly have a strong faith, and I know if I do the best, then God will carry us through. So that's kind of been what we've been focused on this season, is knowing, like, God will take care of it all. All we have to do is our best, rely on the person next to us, and he's going to carry us through. So it kind of helps you sleep at night knowing you can't mess up what he has for you.
Well, you can shoot the rock from the parking lot. Congratulations to
I
you.
tell you, your big shots were yesterday. When Lamar, you shot a ball out of this corner right here with her just all over you, nothing but net.
Yep.
Talk to us before I let you go about what Coach Bishop means, Coach Leonard Bishop means to you guys.
The trust Coach Bishop has in every one of us is something that a player dreams of having, honestly. I can't imagine having another coach to lead a group of us. And it means the world doing this for him, because he puts in more work than I've never seen anybody else put more hours into this than him, and nobody deserves it more than he does. We all trust in him. We all have his back, and I'm just so thankful for him.
Take us through the process of kind of adjusting to the first year in a new league, to the style of basketball that they play, the officials, and so on. Take us through that.
It's definitely different, but ultimately I think we just focused on us and what we do, and then just let the game kind of take care of itself. We didn't really want to change anything about how we approach the game, and just make adjustments as we go, and then trust our coach.
Avery Van Sickle, congratulations.
Thank you.
Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you.
That's Avery Van Sickle joining us here as Stephen F. Austin gets the 65-57 win. They upset Southeastern Louisiana. Coach, you said it. She can shoot it from the parking lot.
Coach didn't say that.
My man here.
Hold on. He took the credit because he said her name was Van.
Hey, Coach. But she not only can shoot the ball, she can shoot the ball with a defender in her face. And that's hard to find. Let me tell you, I don't care on what level with anybody.
Yeah.
Van Sickle can shoot it with a defender pretty close.
I can't wait to see them at the big dance because they're going to crowd her. The scouting report is going to tell people what they need to do to scout her, see what kind of adjustments she makes.
I know this is the girl that Coach wants to talk to.
Uh-oh.
Trinity Moore, she finishes with a double-double.
We were just talking yesterday.
Hey, let me tell you something more. They can give MVP. They can give all tournament. You're Van Chancellor's MVP. Because you can rebound. How did you get to be such a good free throw shooter?
Hey, listen, when it matters, it matters. So I just try to go in there and go get them.
So I've taken it away from you, buddy. I get excited when I talk to this woman, Coach.
I know, because you've been bragging about her the whole time.
I've known you for 3 days, baby.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so you finished with a double-double. You finished on the all-tournament team. You're the most valuable player. Take us through the ball game. Did you feel like you had to kind of turn the intensity up a little bit there in the third quarter?
Yeah, I feel like I started out slower. I didn't start the way I wanted to. So I was just trying to match my teammates' energy. They were giving me energy, so I wanted to go back and then give them what they were giving to me. Try to get it done.
You're going to the NCAA tournament. What does that mean? You still soaking that in?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're excited. We're not just going to go show our face. We're going to go do something. So we did our job here, and we're trying to go do something there.
Ashley, when
Go ahead, Coach.
you step on the court, do you have like certain goals you set for yourself? Maybe before the season, I want to average so many points, average so many rebounds, or you just go out and hoop? Well, how do you approach each game?
Yeah, this year my goal's been defense. So I got onto the all-tournament defensive
Wait a
team.
minute.
So listen,
Wait a minute.
Listen, I gotta play defense.
Come
defense
on,
leads to
Ashley.
offense.
Ashley, coach is not listening
Hey,
to
nah,
you.
for real though.
All right.
For real, that's the truth. Defense leads to offense. We heard it all year, so we try to lock down on defense and then get it done on the other end
Yeah.
too.
Well, it shows with your defensive presence.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
In this game,
Yes, sir.
when it got close,
Yes, sir.
and y'all had about a 3-point lead late in the game.
Yes, sir.
You're on defense. What are you thinking?
Hey, I'm back there clapping. I'm trying to turn up my teammates. I'm looking at all their backs. We just know we just need to get a stop. This is a good team. All credit to them. But we know what we came here to do. We didn't just come here to finish second. We're trying to get a championship.
I thought you might have been thinking, hey, if you miss it, I'm going to get it.
Oh, yeah. If they come down there, it's mine. I'm telling you. It's mine.
Yeah.
Trinity, before we let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to talk to us about Coach Bishop. You know, what is the guy that we don't see here on the sideline? Take us behind the curtain a little bit.
That's family. Yeah, I'm a little emotional. I can't. For real. He's just a great guy. He pours into us as players, but also like we're his kids. So he comes in there every day with a great attitude. We can joke, we can play around on the court, off the court, and then we know when we get on the court, he's got our back in his business after that. So he's a great guy. I love that man.
Trinity, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
So
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Good luck to you
Yes,
in
sir.
the
Good
playoffs.
I appreciate it.
Good luck in the
Thank you,
tournament.
guys.
Trinity Moy joining us again. She finishes 14 points, 10 rebounds. He went from liking the small guard, now he likes the bigs. Look at him. Look at him go.
He ride the bandwagon. Whoever's hot, that's who he's for.
Whoever's got the hot hand, that's who he wants. So.
Oh, no, guys, you go as like a little old bitty small point guard that can run and go up and down the floor. All I've heard is this player and that player. Give me the big one. Give me the one that can dominate and be strong.
Hey, that's a good way to go, Coach. But I think, I won't call that person's name, but it was a little guard out there that you really liked. She wasn't strong, but she was, as he said yesterday, quick on quick. You remember that comment?
Yeah, and let's talk about that a little bit because
Yeah.
look, I thought Stephen F. Austin defensively did a great job with Southeastern. Southeastern's a tricky team to play against because they kind of roll in like a hockey line sub. They roll 5 in, 5 out, and they go 10 deep and bring so many different girls in. And what they were able to do with Jalencia Pierre and limit what she was able to do defensively, I thought that was the key of the game.
Well, nobody's seen anybody as quick as Pierre in the conference. You got to make some adjustment. I think what I saw in Stephen F. Austin, they kind of backed off of her, gave her some room and not allow her to go by them, force her to shoot the jump shot. I thought that was a good adjustment for Stephen F. Austin.
I thought when they went to the zone, Coach, those two front guards did a great job of stopping Pierre going from coast to coast and just grabbing the ball. And then they didn't mean to at times, but they played a little blocks and one on Horn. And she didn't get but 2 points in the second half. But they kind of neutralized Pierre because she's a heck of a guard now.
Yes, she is.
And she couldn't go coast to coast as much.
Yeah. Well, I think for the most part, too, they held Alexis Horn in check for the most part, who's their leading scorer, and as well as Cheyenne Daniels. Those two are the two people that score points for them. And they pretty much held them in check. I thought that was a big key as well.
The girl we haven't really gotten to talk about is Ashlyn Traylor Walker. She was phenomenal yesterday. She was really good again today. She finished with 13 points. Biggest thing I saw was she hit 5 of 5 from the free throw line.
Yeah. Well, anytime you can take some away from a team's strength, you put yourself in a position where you possibly can win ball games. But these two teams ought to be congratulated. They did a great job, had a great tournament, and the one that came up short should be hungrier to come back next year.
See, I thought Traylor Walker was everywhere. She had 15 points, but at the same time she could handle the ball, take some of the pressure off. She was a defender. She had 3 or 4 or 5 rebounds a game. She was just an all-around player, and you got to love those type.
I thought another key girl for Stephen F. Austin was number 12, Faith Blackstone. She finishes with 7 boards. Feels like she kind of just makes it all go for Stephen F. Austin.
Well, Faith averages about 14 points, 7 rebounds a ball game. It's a little bit quiet today, but she came through when they really needed her to step up and get that big rebound or step up and make that bucket inside. She is so capable of being a game changer in our conference. But everybody's getting noticed. Faith Blackstone, like you said, was a big key in winning that ball game today.
Faith not only did all of that, but she helped handle the ball, throw the ball into the point guard, get it right back, and she could bring the ball up the court. And she's a 4-player playing like a second guard. Yeah. When you can get a big player that can rebound and score but handle the ball, you got a tremendous player.
Stephen F. Austin is headed to the NCAA tournament. They just finished cutting down the nets. And we wrap up the tournament, boys. It has been a wild week. We have seen some crazy games here.
I've enjoyed every bit of it. Thank y'all for having me with you guys. I'm just honored to be here.
Well, I'm looking forward to Stephen F. Austin in the NCAA tournament. They much deserved. They got hot at the right time. And guys, I had a blast hanging out with you guys.
We'll have to do it again next year, guys.
Sounds good.
Tick Price, Dan Chancellor. What you want, Coach?
Nothing. I'm just honored to be here. I'm here with. Hey, I'm here with. This man is the best, well-known man in this building, Mr. Coach Price. I'm just lucky to be with him.
That's it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Stephen F. Austin is headed to the NCAA tournament. They are the Southland Conference Women Champions. Boys, we'll do it again in 1 year.
Sounds good.
There it is. Thanks for joining us. Stephen F. Austin is off